Maureen was the boss of the house. She placed her chair, the better of the two, right alongside the fire. The room wasn't big enough to have a chair at either side, so Jack had no choice but to place his chair further away, getting less warmth from the only source of heat in the house. Although Maureen was the stronger character of the two, she still did what every woman of the house was required to do. She maintained their humble abode to an acceptable level of sanitation, sometimes conveniently missing out on a room or two while Jack was out working on the land. She enjoyed cooking and predominantly used the fresh produce that came from their own land. Their house was a modest size, and they utilised the space as best they could, making the living room into a dining room also. There was no need for extra chairs. Two was enough. Nobody ever visited. Maureen, I've asked you time and time again to not feckin' give me those bloody onions in the dinner. I feckin' hate them. Would you be quiet? You should count yourself feckin' lucky that I even get you those onions. Would you prefer if I gave them to the feckin' O'Malley's next door? Of course you wouldn't. Now eat it up and be grateful, you hear me? Would you go away? If I had my own way, I'd be cooking the dinner myself. These days, working the land for 12 hours a day isn't even enough to warrant a feckin' onion-free supper in the evening. What is your bloody fixation on those onions? I'll stuff a full one down your gob now in a minute if you don't shut up. Now tell me what you did on the work today. How are the spuds coming along? Maureen, you know yourself, they look after themselves, but not without those pesky crows fecking out there. I swear to God, if I see another crow pass by that window, I'll get the shotgun out again and I'll kill another one of them things. You couldn't hit a feckin' barn door with a brush. Would you go away? Do you not remember how I killed that massive one 2 summers ago when he started making friends with the scarecrow on the tomato patch? One of the best shots I've ever had. Surprised I didn't get some sort of trophy for it. Well, I'll tell you now, Jack, the only trophy you'll be getting is for talking shite at the dinner table. Now pass me the butter there, this bread is awful dry. You know, actually, I met Father O'Brien the other day and he was telling me some awful stuff about young Jimmy Simmons from Kilcora. Do you know that lad? I do, yeah, the fellow with the weird leg. He's always hanging about the post office making weird conversation with passers-by. I don't know about that poor old soul. He seems like a lovely young lad under it all. But sure, don't people just think you're a feckin' weirdo these days if you've got a bad leg and a bit of conversation in you? What about him anyway? Well, he told me now, and sure you know, priests never lie. Didn't he say that he's after finding out that Jimmy has been the one who's been stealing all of the farmers' crops over the past year? He said they went to his house and find piles of the stuff just everywhere, half of the shite rotten into the floorboards. I don't know what to make of it at all. The poor crater. Sure, he couldn't even eat the amount he was stealing. He obviously had some sort of problem. The boy needs help, sure, and do you think they'll give it to him? No. They'll only help him into the feckin' cells and done with him. I know, but sure, sometimes these kind of fellas are better off in there, getting a proper meal a day and washing and the rest. Is there any more spuds there? I'm feckin' starving. There is not, no. You've gotten your fill now. I'll have more tomorrow. Here, give me your plate then if you're done. Sure, 'tis grand I'll only be getting fat anyway and you won't love me any more, isn't that right? You know I'll always love you, Jack. You're a stubborn pest, but Jesus, I do love you. God forbid anything ever would happen to you. I don't know what I'd do, left on my own to wilt away. Would you stop thinking about them sort of things? We're healthy enough now to last a few more years anyway. Here, I'll take those plates in. Give them here. Will you put on the kettle in there while you are there and make yourself feckin' useful?